My name is Kevin Perelman. I am sharing my story not just to protect myself from ongoing, top-down harassment, but to expose and challenge a system of organized abuse, implemented and orchestrated by law enforcement leaders in Los Angeles, that threatens constitutional, state, and civil rights for all. A systematic campaign, top-down. For years, I have been the target of coordinated stalking, intimidation, and vandalism, all part of persistent, organized efforts by so-called community patrols, backed by officers of the Los Angeles Police Department, especially through the Topanga Division LAPD, and furthered by actions and proceedings in the Van Nuys Courthouse. From the very top, Chief Michael Moore and Lead Officer Charles Sean Dents of the LAPD have overseen and encouraged ongoing monitoring campaigns to surveil, isolate, and criminalize people not because of any genuine crime, but instead based on bias, rumor, or personal vendetta. Crucially, these attacks are not about improving public safety, enforcing self-control, or encouraging lawful behavior. They are about one thing: permanently removing those they dislike or label as undesirable from society, no matter the cost, no matter the harm, and regardless of whether any real wrongdoing has occurred. Most disturbing is that these operations target not only supposed troublemakers, but also children, monitoring and labeling them at a young age, with lifelong consequences. These practices are not about prevention or intervention. They are about discrimination, exclusion, and the destruction of lives and futures for reasons as empty as rumor, nonconformity, or mere dislike. Threats, intimidation, and direct evidence. My personal experience includes chilling, specific threats and abuse. In 2001, Mike Huntley issued multiple death threats. "We are using the judicial system against you. Have a good life now. You had better live a careful life. It's your behavior, and I've given you enough rope to hang yourself with." At the same time, he, in apparent coordination with the LAPD, attempted to plant a trash bag of marijuana in my home in an effort to set me up, frame me, and manufacture felony charges against me. Officer Charles Sean Dents not only participated in these campaigns, but publicly posted about me and others on his Facebook account, rallying the masses in online and real-world harassment. His conduct led to a federal lawsuit, with the city of Los Angeles also named, for inciting and leading this form of mobbing, doxing against targeted residents. LAPD officer Toro threatened me for working in studio photography with a girl named Aubrey Fisher and my family, telling me, "If you ever take a picture of a person, I will exercise the law in my own way." All the while, officials and officers excused their actions by labeling me mentally ill or in need of fixing. But in truth, these labels are only a pretext for social erasure and targeted destruction. Anyone different or simply disliked becomes a target, regardless of their innocence or intentions. A global and nationwide problem. What is happening in Los Angeles is not the exception. Similar campaigns of organized stalking, surveillance, malicious profiling, and exclusion are being reported in all 50 states and globally. The use of law enforcement, community patrols, and the court system to monitor, provoke, and ultimately expel people based on nothing more than disapproval or discomfort is a growing and deeply troubling phenomenon. Media outlets and advocacy groups have documented these modern-day purges, showing that this is about removing people from society, not because they are dangerous, but because someone in power wants them gone. Legal codes and constitutional violations. These campaigns violate multiple sections of California and federal law. California Penal Code Section 646.9, stalking, credible threats, repeated harassment. California Penal Code Section 422, criminal threats. California Penal Code Section 182, criminal conspiracy, including to falsely indict or injure under color of law. California Penal Code Section 118 and Section 132, perjury and false evidence. California Penal Code Section 1385, authority and obligation for judges to dismiss cases in the interests of justice. Civil Code Section 51, Unruh Civil Rights Act guarantees freedom from arbitrary discrimination. California Constitution Art. Section 7, Due Process and Equal Protection. U.S. Constitution, Amendment I, 4, v. 6, 14. 42 U.S.C. Section 1983, Federal Civil Liability for Rights Deprivation under color of law. 18 U.S.C. Sections 241, 242, Federal criminalizes rights conspiracy and deprivation under color of law. Parallels to profiling, intolerance, and discrimination. This is profiling and marginalization taken to its logical extreme, no longer just about race, class, or so-called mental health, but about eliminating anyone who is different or simply disliked. Community targeting and exclusion are newer forms of the same old pattern, pretextual claims of fixing public order or safety, used to justify removing innocent people from their lives, jobs, and communities. Judicial duty and the extensive authority to dismiss. Judges and the judiciary have both the authority and the duty under California Penal Code Section 1385 and constitutional doctrine to dismiss any case infected by discrimination, abuse, fabricated evidence, or government misconduct. This responsibility is not limited to obvious or overt hateful conduct. It applies just as powerfully where the legal system is being used as a tool for social cleansing, exclusion, or punishment of those who simply are not wanted. Dismissal is required wherever prosecution is shown to rest on personal dislike, social bias, or governmental acts of vengeance. Judges at the Van Nuys Courthouse and throughout our courts must take affirmative steps whenever there is credible evidence of these abuses before, during, and after trial. The law and legal precedents demand that no person should be railroaded into conviction, social exile, or loss of liberty, or extermination simply because of who they are or whom certain officials dislike. Call for accountability and global vigilance. Organized harassment, exclusion, and social destruction are a global issue, and their roots are not lack of self-control by the accused, but a system that allows those in power to remove people at all costs whom they simply wish to see gone. We must not allow our public institutions to become weapons of discrimination. Dismissal is not just a legal technicality, it is the last safeguard for fairness, dignity, and our collective future. I share my story for myself and for everyone facing removal, exclusion, or unjust prosecution wherever they live. Only by demanding accountability and by using every available legal check, starting with regular, meaningful judicial dismissal, can we put an end to this culture of removal and restore justice to our society. Thank you for listening, for believing, and for standing up for human dignity and true justice. Sincerely, Kevin Perelman.